Hi guys, so I'm going to read Action Comics number 11. So Superman's not on the cover in this issue. It's like some sort of submarine battle. But there's some advertisements. Yeah, there's some weird, for wigs. They look like they're from like the 1920s or something. But yeah, I don't know. As you can see, there's like some very questionable stuff there. But Superman by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. Racing faster than a bullet, leaping over skyscrapers, lifting and rending huge weights, possessing an impenetrable skin, springing great distances, these are the assets which aid Superman, champion of the helpless and oppressed in his unceasing battle against evil and injustice. Come on, Sarge, let's have a good story, or my editor will be hopping mad. Your phone's ringing. Sorry, boys, no news today, beyond a few drunks. What's that, right in your office? A squad and ambulance will be sent right over. Let's have your address again. What is it, Sarge? Just a routine case. Guys committed suicide in the broker's office. Routine, eh? No man takes his life unless a tremendous personal tragedy is involved. I believe I'll look into this. Later, in the office of Meek and Bronson Brokers, he lost a large sum of money investing in my partner. Here tried to stop the suicide but failed. That right, Bronson? Yes, very unfortunate, isn't it? It certainly is. He's clutching his shares of the stock in the Black Gold oil well. Black Gold oil well. So you've got a murder on your hands, as well as thievery on your hands. It's not our fault he killed himself. Get him out of here. The fault for his death lies with you, and you know it. Let's move, bud. Why do you blame them for the suicide's death? Because they built him, myself, and 100 others out of our life savings by selling us worthless stock. That evening, in the privacy of his apartment, Clark Kent dons the Superman uniform, abandoning all trace of the meek reporter. It seems to me that Meek and Bronson could stand a little investigating. Something that I noticed about these early Superman comics, of all of the very early ones, like there's no Lois. Lois Lane's very rarely in them. Like it's only a few issues she's in them, and later on in the 50s, like she'd be in every single issue. Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen and them would all be in like every single issue. It is kind of good that I think it is kind of cool how Superman's working like solo in this. I like how it's much darker version of Superman too. It's kind of cool. But anyway, later a fantastic cloaked figure swoops down out of the dark skies, alighting on the window sill in the office building. After forging the lock of the window, now if only I can locate what I want in the filing cases. Here it is, a duplicate of the names of those who purchased the Black Gold oil stock. Next day, minus his glasses, Clark Kent visits the first name on the list. My name is Homer Ramsey. I'm interested in purchasing your Black Gold oil stock. Come in, by all means, come right in. First, I must warn you that my stock appears to be utterly worthless. Nevertheless, for reasons of my own, I wish to purchase it. Well, it's your funeral. How much do you offer? I'll buy your 50 shares for $5,000. $5,000? Well, I'll actually make a profit. Done. Here's my check. Clark visits another prospect. You don't know how happy this makes me, and I thought I lost every cent. The happiness is mutual. 6 hours later, well, I purchased them all, but it's cleaned out my savings. If things don't work out as I planned, I'll be the one to suffer. That evening, Superman races toward a distant oil town at a speed that would outdistance the fastest streamline limited. Next morning, how about a job here at the Black Gold? If it's an experienced man you want, the description fits me. You want a job here? Ho, that's rich. May I ask what's so funny about me asking for a job? Listen, pal, there ain't been no work done on this well for months. How come there isn't any oil at all in here? Maybe there is and maybe there isn't. Who knows? But the promoters have found stock selling so profitable that they haven't even bothered to really go after oil. That night, as the watchman goes his rounds. Sorry I have to do this. Now to get to work. With no difficulty at all, Superman lifts ponderous drilling shafts and adjusts them into place. Here's hoping all this work won't be for nothing. At Superman's touch, the drilling commences. What scheme has the man of steel in mind? Will it work? Nothing's happened yet, but I suppose it'll take time. 2 hours later, I pierced hundreds of yards deep. Maybe it's hopeless. Hour upon hour passes. Dawn begins to streak the sky. I hate to admit it, but it looks like I'm licked. Well, it was worth trying. Abruptly, with a terrific roar, there came a thunderous explosion. Up shoots a geyser of black gushing liquid. Oil. That's all I need to do for the present. Now to hurry back to town. Drawn by the great gusher, workmen hasten forward, put it under control. Quick, cap it, we're losing a fortune every minute. Free the watchman. Long distance operator, get me Meek and Bronson in Cleveland. So again, this is I think I said this originally. Superman was in Cleveland, Ohio. He wasn't in Metropolis. There was a comment I read, the guy was saying he was in he was a lot of the scenery was in New York. It was inspired by New York City, but I don't know, Metropolis nowadays is also very inspired by New York City too. In the 1978 Superman movie, I remember seeing the Statue of Liberty was in the movie, so it's obvious Metropolis is based on New York now, or even back then it was, but nowadays it's very much based on New York. But I think it's because Jerry Siegel or Joe Shuster, Jerry Siegel, I think they were from Cleveland, Ohio. I think that's why they made everything, made Superman in Cleveland in like the first year. It was only the first year of Superman it was like that. But say that again? Bronson, we're rich. The well came in 1,000 barrels a day. Holy mackerel, and we thought that well was a dud. We're rich. We can retire. Wait, what about the suckers who bought the stock? We've got to buy them out before they find out about the strike. You see, we realized that losing your money was entirely our fault, and so we've generously offered to purchase the stock back. At a much cheaper price, of course, than you paid for it. That's mighty fine of you, but I've already sold my stock to Homer Ramsey. Here's his card. After they have all visited the former stockholders, they all sold out to the mysterious fellow named Ramsey. Now what do we do now? Call on Ramsey. Clark Kent in his disguise as Homer Ramsey, as visitors in a newly rented office. Sorry, gentlemen, but I don't care to sell. That's final. But you can't refuse. You'll lose your last cent. Why you ever bought the stock in the first place is a mystery. Come, Meek, it's clear we can't do business with him. We got to get that stock, but what can we do when he absolutely refuses to sell? There are ways, and ways. You mean Louie the Rat and Nate the Snake? No. I thought you'd promise we never use them again. We have no alternative. We've got to get that stock, and the only way to do so is to use a little more violent persuasion. The two scoundrels' limousine parks before the entrance of a ramshackle hotel. The evil brokers enter. Superman had followed in pursuit, now atop a nearby building. Wonder what their next move is. 3 knocks, a pause, and then 2 more knocks. I hope we never have to hear that signal again. Who's that? Just 2 of our clients. Well, ain't seen you birds for a long time. Save the greetings. We have a job for you. Our rates have risen to 500 smackers per since we last saw you. We've been getting a high-class trade. Here are $250 in advance. The rest of the money will be given to you after Homer Ramsey passes away. Well, Dewick, so expert of a job. You'll be proud of us. Incidentally, what you got against the guy? That's entirely my affair. Here's my card. When I next see you, I want the news that Homer Ramsey is dead. Superman's X-ray eyesight and super acute hearing permit him to see and hear all that is occurring in the shabby room. It's time those murdering rats learned a lesson. When the brokers emerge from the hotel, good heavens, what is the meaning of this? I left the car for a few minutes to buy cigarettes, and when I returned, I found it like this. Later, Homer Ramsey has visitors. What can I do you for? Just march out of here with us, and not one peep out of you. What are you going to do with me? Can't you guess? We're taking you for a ride. Later on a deserted road. Spare me, don't shoot. Let him have it already. Sorry, pal. No, yeah. Now for the finishing shot. As Louis turns to go, the corpse's hand darts out, seizes his foot. What? Now it's my turn to play around. Later, Bronson's residence. Someone's at the door. Good grief. What's this, a note? It reads, compliments of Homer Ramsey. Ow, my head. Where are we? You fools, what happened? We gave him everything we had, but he's still alive. He ain't human. Nonsense. It's just that you're both rotten marksmen. Meek, something unexplainable has happened. I'll come right over and tell you all about it. I wonder if there's anything to their wild tale. But no, it's fantastic. There goes Bronson now for a heart-to-heart chat. Superman vaults from the curb into the taxi with one leap. Where in tarnation did you come from? Never mind, I decided to sell. I'll sell you the stock in the black gold oil well for exactly $1 million. $1 million? You're mad. Well, you can take it or leave it. Later at Meek's house. I won't consider it. $1 million, he's insane, I tell you. Are you forgetting that we'll make several million on the deal? No, Meek, there's nothing we can do except take him up. Even if we got to hand over every cent we got in the world. You heard me, sir. I want you to sell all our holdings and effects of Bronson and Meek. Have $1 million in cash ready for us to pick up. Later at Homer Ramsey's office. You're a very fortunate young man. Here you are, $1 million. The stock is now all yours. Thought you very clever, didn't you? Well, haha. What if I were to tell you that the well has come in and it's worth countless millions? Good Lord. Just think of it. We were worth millions. Why look so gloomy? You should be thrilled to your fingertips. I was just thinking of that million we just paid over. If there was only some way we could have kept it. That finishes Homer Ramsey. His work is done. Now it's time for Superman to step in. That evening, as Bronson's about to retire, this being a most profitable day indeed. What the earthquake? Nope, it's just me. Who are you? Help. Just someone who hates your guts through and through, but just the same, you're coming with me. Don't shriek so loud. Want to wake up the whole town? Meek is rudely awakened from a pleasant slumber. What does this mean, Bronson? Who is this man? What are you doing here? I don't know. Get up, or do I have to haul you out of bed? Don't jump, we'll be crushed, I'll die. Dry up. As Superman races towards the distant oil town at top speed. It's cold up here, I'm freezing. Sorry to not have supplied you with an electric blanket. Let us go, you demon. What have we ever done to you? Where are you taking us? Here we are at last. The black gold oil well. Why have you brought us to here? Watch and see. Help, help. He's wrecking our well. Stop him. He's demolishing the well, and it's our property. Don't stand there like a statue. Do something. What can I do against him? The derrick's mechanism smashed the precious oil spurts high into lavish waste. This has got to be a thorough job. Before Superman's mighty strength, the great derrick crashes to the ground, hopelessly smashed. As the workers charge him, Superman ignites a torch. Get him. Back for your lives. Run if you don't want to be burned to a crisp. As Superman tosses his flaming torch into the well, it flares up for terrific conflagration. There goes our dreams of wealth. We'll be wiped out. Look out, here he comes again. Why did you do this to us? Why? It's just what you deserved. I'd advise you to quit selling stock or I'll pay you another visit. From now on, stick to selling shoelaces. Back toward the city races Superman, springing through the air in delighted acrobatic whirls that would have turned a stunt flyer pale. Their faces, it was worth it just to see the expression on those scoundrels' faces when they saw their crooked schemes go up in smoke. Editorial office of the Daily Star. Strange that those crooks, Bronson and Meek, got their just desserts. Looks almost as though Superman had a hand in it. Doesn't it, though? So, the end. It says, brokers cleaned. So, more startling adventures of Superman, Man of Steel in Action Comics. So, yeah, that's the end of this issue. If you guys want me to read a specific comic, just tell me down below in the comments. If you guys could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. And I'll see you guys later.